Hey, what it do, baby boo? In this video, I'm just going to give you the formula, the logistical process that I used to go from unranked to diamond, and I think I was like under 70 games or something. And honestly, the process is really freaking simple. Simple in my head. Maybe it might take a little bit of practice for you and a little bit of quality games, focused games, and all that shit. But if you get this process down, I guarantee you can fucking climb like a motherfucker. There's in particular, one specific tactic, strategy, that you have to implement if you want to climb that fast. And the tactic is this. You need to put all of your focus and all of your whole strategy needs to be based around the early to mid game. That's it. You need to focus so much on the early to mid game that the late game isn't even a question. And I've said this in my previous videos, I've said this to all of my clients that I've worked with in regards to my coaching. The late game is dependent on the mid game, and the mid game is dependent on the early game. That's why in Korean Challenger games, you'll see them surrender at 20 minutes all the time, because once the snowball is starting, you can't stop it. Like, obviously there are times and there are games where you feed and where your team throws and shit and all that shit, but 99% of the time, or 90% of the time, if you get that early lead and you snowball it, you're gonna win the game. So you need to put so much emphasis on your early to mid game that the result of the game isn't it's so predictable. There's two roles that I'm going to be talking about, specifically. The two roles, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Someone else might disagree. This is just my opinion. Please don't get butthurt about what I'm going to fucking say. The two most influential roles that have the biggest impacts, the biggest level of influence on the game, early and mid game, is jungle, specifically, and mid. I highly suggest that you pick two of these roles. Am I saying that you can't climb with top ADC and support? No, I'm not saying that at all, Please be 100% aware that I'm not saying that. You can climb with those roles. In my opinion, it's just a lot easier to climb with the roles that have the biggest level of influence on the early and mid game, which is jungle and mid. I might be doing a video training series, I'm not sure, about how I, just with examples of my shit and examples of my gameplay where I just fucking completely wrecked the enemy team. But from a jungler's perspective, the two things, someone's Snapchatting me, the two things that you need to worry about, first off, it's counter jungling the enemy. That is so important, When you get to Diamond Elo, well, in my experience, when I got to Diamond Elo, the junglers were a bit smart and they would expect invades and they would just ward up a bit more. But below Diamond, Plat and below, they won't honestly expect invades or counter jungling or any of that stuff. You might think they will. Some complete retard, complete fucking idiot is gonna watch this and be like, yeah, of course. No. People know the concepts at a conceptual level. People know the concepts at a surface level, but not during the game. People know the concepts at a conscious level, but not subconsciously. Not when they're playing the game. People don't know the stuff that they're going to talk about. And if they did, people's CS wouldn't be so shit in the game. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Everybody knows, this is a bit of a side tangent, but everybody knows that CSing is important, but then if we look at the pudding, if we look at the results, the majority of players below diamonds, below plat, have really shit CS. So if you know so much about it, then why don't you have good CS? Genius. That was just a little side tangent. Sorry, I go on heaps of I fucking go down heaps of rabbit holes. But, for jungle, you have to counter jungle, invade, and you really need to shut down the enemy jungler to the point where you create yourself a lead. So you start the snowball, then you take the lead that you got from counter jungling the enemy's jungle camps and from counter ganking, and in that perspective, so shutting the enemy jungle down, you take that lead and then you snowball off that. So that's the first tip for junglers. And this is honestly, my win rate on Nidalee is 80 something %. And it's all from invading and counter jungling. And then once I got into Diamond, I knew I couldn't use that tactic because people were catching onto it and I kept losing games. And then from a mid lane's perspective, the thing that you have to do is roam a lot. You need to get your roaming down. You need to push the wave when you hit your power spike. If you're Zed, try and get a kill pre-6. If not, just wait till you're level 6 and look for a roam. Same thing with Talon, same thing with LeBlanc. And the best place to roam, in my opinion, is bot lane. Because if you shut down the enemy ADC, that has a higher chance of you winning the game in comparison to if you shut down the enemy top laner. That's just specifically because of the dynamics of the game. Mid and ADC are the damage dealers, they're the carries, so if you can shut down the carries... This is generally speaking, I'm generalizing what I'm saying right now, Obviously there are outliers where maybe it's a top lane Riven or Darius or someone that can snowball pretty heavy. But generally, mid and ADC are the ones that you want to, from your perspective, you want to shut down the enemy mid and ADC. So that's it. That's the process. If you're jungle, counter jungle as much as you can, counter gank as much as you can, invade as much as you can when it's necessary. Like, don't invade if you're a Mumu. Don't take Krugs as a Mumu level 2 and be like, oh, Danyon said go on to invade now, let's walk into their jungle and fight a Nidalee. No, you'll get fucking wrecked. Okay, only when the circumstances say. Rengar's pretty good, Nidalee is really good, Lee Sin's pretty good, Evelynn is really good with Ignite. These early game junglers where you can snowball off that and just get it going. Mid lane, champs I recommend, LeBlanc if you can play her. But if you can't play her, don't fucking play her because she's mechanically a bit difficult. TF is amazing. Okay, TF's another champ that I use to abuse that advantage, the strategy that I'm talking about. Zed is pretty good, but then again, if you're watching this, you probably don't have good enough mechanics. I'm being realistic. Don't get butthurt, please. Don't get butthurt, please. Don't get butthurt. Yeah, Twisted Fate is really good. Fucking amazing. And that's it. Like I said, I might be doing a video training where I show concepts or something. Maybe. Put in the comments below if you want to see some video training, some gameplay of me like fucking stomping these plebs. Anyways, have a good day. I love you. Stay beautiful. Shana ducks.
Hey, what it do, baby boat? This is the rec comment of the day. This dude said, "Help me get out of silver, Danyon." I said, "Help yourself, bro. The material is out there. You just have to take action and use it." And then he said, "I have, but still stuck because my teammates suck." And then I'm like, "Oh well, keep up with that attitude, and let's see where you go." When people come up to me, and they approach me with their way of thinking, and they're not willing to change it, like this. Like I said, the material's out there for you to improve as a player. You just haven't used it properly. You haven't properly done any focus practice. You haven't watched any of your replays, analyzed your replays, or you haven't watched any high Korean challenger replays. You haven't done any of that stuff. And then he has the nerve to say, "I have the materials out there, but still suck." And then I'm like, well, okay, you keep up with that stupid mindset that you have, and let's see the results. Because that's at the end of the day, that's all that matters is results. That's the only thing that matters is the results. Okay, so let's see. Say all possible. It's not that I don't even like this dude. I just thought this comment was funny because this attitude is literally terrible. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all that dumb shit. Have a good day. I love you. Stay beautiful. Shana ducks.